Supplement review. Supplement review. Supplement review. Alright, and hey guys, so welcome to my supplement review, and I'm just going to go over the main supplements that I take and what is useful because, well, believe it or not, most of the supplements that are out there are complete bullshit. Yeah, they don't work. So I just want you to take this with a grain of salt. You don't need supplements. You can just go completely without them. You can get most of this stuff just out of your daily diet. Just if you eat the right foods, you really don't need supplements. They're called supplements. You take them if you don't get enough in your actual diet. So the name is pretty self-explanatory. So let's just get right into it. And at number 4, because I only really take 4 supplements, we have creatine. And now basically what creatine is going to do, and it's one of the only things that actually has, well, any sort of backing or proof that it works, and it will actually increase your muscle gain and help you in any sort of way. And well, you get this from eating red meat such as steak or anything, but there's no way that you're going to be able to eat 5 grams of creatine out of steak on a regular basis, and if you do, that's just going to be unhealthy. So this is one of the supplements that actually works. It's about 12 bucks a bottle, and this bottle contains 114 servings, as you can see there. So you know what? Give it a try. Why not? It's been proven to work. It is actually the only supplement that you can't get naturally and has been proven to work, so go ahead and give it a try. Now, there is something like, I think it's 89% of people, or 89% of people do respond to it, while the other percentage of people don't respond to it, and I haven't had a great response to creatine. I haven't noticed any significant gains or really anything while taking it, so I think I'm in the non-responder category, which is why it's number 4 on my list. But basically what this supplement does, or is supposed to do, is, as we all know, or we should know, the energy source of the muscles is adenosine triphosphate, or ATP for short. And when you're lifting, that ATP gets converted back to ADP, which your muscles can't use. And creatine basically converts that ADP back into ATP so that your muscles can use it as energy again. Basically, from a non-scientific standpoint, what this stuff is going to do for you is just get you 1 extra rep or so at the end of each of your sets. So it's not a big thing. It's by no means going to make you massive overnight. It's just a small little thing that you can add to your diet just to help you out in the gym a little bit. And, well, hopefully it does. It's 12 bucks a bottle. Just go ahead, give it a try. There's no harm in it. So there we go, creatine. And once again, just no harm in trying creatine, guys. Now then, we get on to the other supplements. Now, this is just carnivore mass. It's, well, lactose free because I am in fact lactose intolerant, so I have to go out of my way to find lactose free supplements. So this is carnivore mass. It's a mass gainer, as you can probably tell by the big mass thing that it says here. But the serving size is 4 scoops, and the serving per container is 14, which is absolute BS. Because the calories per serving is 720, and, well, you know, that's a lot of calories. I really don't want to take that many calories, and I don't want to have to be replacing this every 14 days because it is quite expensive. So what I do is I just like to keep this as a backup on my bulk. Just if I don't hit my calories or I don't hit my caloric goals, I'll just pop a couple scoops of this. I think I pop usually 3 scoops, which is approximately 550 calories just off the top of my head, because 3 or 4 times 720, I'm bad at math, but yeah, there you go. Once again, you can get all of this stuff that's in here just through natural means. By no means do you need to go buy a mass gainer. As I've said, most supplements are BS, and really they're just trying to fool you into buying expensive little things. But it is always nice to have some carnivore mass, because I do not always meet my supplement or my caloric goals, and it's nice to just have this in the backup. If I don't meet it for a day, instead of just chugging a bunch of food, I'll just fill up myself a nice little shake and chug that down, then I'll go to bed, and problem solved. I don't have to worry about my calories anymore. So, this has been number 3. Let's get on to number 2. Now, number 2 is just going to be your generic old protein. So, as you can see here, I've got IsoPure. Once again, this is lactose-free, as you can see on the side. It has a bunch of, I can't read that because it's backwards on my camera, but it's gluten-free, lactose-free, aspartame-free, and yeah. And it contains 4.6 grams of L-glutamine, which is completely useless. All I really care about is the 50 grams of protein per serving, and that is 220 calories per serving, or actually it says 210 here. I think I have another version of this which is 220 per serving. But that's basically what I use for my protein shake. Now, once again, you guys don't need to actually buy a protein shake. This is just, I like to consume it just so that I know that I'm meeting my goals for my protein intake and getting enough grams of protein in. So there you go. Now, you guys can probably just buy any old protein shake as long as it has protein in it. Who cares? Like, really, what's the difference? Maybe some are better than others, but whatever. And I have actually been to a store, Dr. Nutrition, and I bought a different brand of protein shake because it was flavored pina colada, and, well, who doesn't want a pina colada protein shake? But, well, actually, you guys do probably want to go for the bland flavors like just chocolate or vanilla or something, because, well, if you go for something like fruit punch or alpine punch or whatever the fuck their fancy names are, and you're drinking these every day, they get old after a while. Trust me on that. You just want to go for a bland ass flavor like just plain chocolate or vanilla or something, because those never get old, and you can usually stick to those and drinking those for a long time, rather than just being like, oh, I really don't want to drink this. So as I was saying, yeah, I tried switching to a different brand. I went to Dr. Nutrition. For whatever reason, these guys are unqualified as heck, but they all wear lab coats as part of their uniform. So, me being me, I'm like, oh, this guy's in a lab coat, I better trust him. He probably has sufficient knowledge on supplements. So I pick up this, actually I didn't even want to, I wanted some pre-workout. And so I'm picking up this pre-workout, and he's just like, hey, we have a special offer going on right now where if you buy that pre-workout, you also get this, like, protein powder on discount. So, of course, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to buy that protein powder. And I asked this guy about 4 times, hey, is it lactose free? And every single time he's like, oh, yeah, no lactose. So I take this shit home, and I'm just chugging away. It has like a lot of protein. It's very low on calories, which was, well, very nice because I was doing a cut, but my stomach did not agree with it, and I was very confused as to why I was having terrible stomach cramps for a good few days. And then I finally look at the ingredients, and it's like, oh, allergens, contains milk. So just word of advice, don't trust people in lab coats, especially when they just work as a clerk at some protein shop store, because they kind of dumb. So now we get on to the final and probably my favorite of the supplements is pre-workout. Now, the reason I love pre-workout is, and right now I'm using the Animal Rage, I believe it's grape of wrath flavor, amped up, extra large. None of that really matters. And if you read the ingredients here, it has so much random shit in it. Like, I don't know. It has beta alanine, L-taurine, L-tyrosine, chlorine, I can't even pronounce that, and acetyltyrosine. It has something that I was like really interested with the name about, and I couldn't figure out what it was for the life of me. Maybe it was on my other pre-workout. But basically, one of them just said on the back of them, just matrix strength complex. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, matrix strength complex. Like, that just sounds ridiculous, and they don't tell you what it is. They don't tell you what it's made of. They're just like, 150 grams, a matrix strength complex. And I'm like, dude, what the heck is that? So, the reason this is my number one supplement isn't because of all the bullshit that they put into it. It's because of the caffeine concentration. And I love caffeine, and it gets me pumped up to the gym. It gets me a nice pump in the gym. So I always like to take some pre-workout before the gym. However, you will build up a tolerance to caffeine, so it's nice to take a few days off of caffeine every now and again if you do take caffeine. And really, you guys don't have to buy that. Like, it's just all about the caffeine for me and getting me in the right mindset and getting me pumped up for the gym and hyped and ready to go and do my best at my gym session. So really, if you guys want to skip the pre-workout, just go get a double espresso. It's literally going to do the same thing. So it's just caffeine at the end of the day, man. Like, all the other stuff they put in there, all the little crazy, like, insane gains, helps concentration, bigger pump. Yeah, that's all bullshit. You're gonna get the same thing from a double espresso. So just go for that double espresso if you want to go for a double espresso. I just happen to like pumped up grape of wrath flavor rather than coffee. So it's really up to you guys at the end of the day, whether you want to go with this or you want to go with a double espresso. But that is basically all of the supplements you need, and that's all the supplements I take. So if you guys have any questions on any other supplements, then go ahead and ask them. And also, I just want to mention fat burners. Fat burners are total BS. This caffeine is the closest thing you're going to get to a fat burner, because I think there's a study where if you take a gram of caffeine every day, you burn off an extra 400 calories, which is a hell of a lot of caffeine, and it's probably insanely unhealthy to eat, but it just shows that caffeine does burn off extra calories, and it's going to put you in a calorie deficit if you have enough of it, which you definitely shouldn't. Don't have that much. Just stick to your normal double espresso amount or your pre-workout amount or the recommended amount by your doctor. I don't care. Don't have that much caffeine. But anyways, yeah, that's the closest thing. Everything else that's like fat loss related is just BS. And caffeine also helps suppress your appetite, so that's another benefit of caffeine. So those are the supplements I take. You guys can take them as well if you want. So far, they haven't done anything. There's no side effects. They're just really naturally occurring things which you can get through your diet or through double espressos, except for the creatine, which hasn't really been working out for me, so I kind of gave it a rest for a little bit, but once again, no harm in trying the creatine. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys learned something from that, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button, go down and comment, and that's about it. Just any more question on supplements, I'm happy to answer. I'm pretty knowledgeable on supplements. I've looked into a lot of them myself. I've tried a lot of them myself, and I can tell you what I gained or what I didn't gain because most of these supplements are BS. Like, they're not steroids. You're not going to gain massive amounts of muscle from protein powder or from creatine or from any of these. They're just minor little things. Like, they're not going to change the amount of muscle that you actually build. So just thank you guys for watching, and that'll be me out.